All right, check it out. This is the update on the robotic trading accounts from last week. Now, in case you were not able to watch the video about it, I finally was able to close out part of the US dollar Canadian dollar trade, or one of them, that has been basically mocking this account and me for the past several months. They were discretionary trades that were placed, and then they just tanked horribly, and I was asked to put my robots on the account so that perhaps it can bring this account back from the brink. So I closed out a significant portion of this US dollar Canadian dollar trade using the profits from the robots. So the robots have been running on here for about a month and a half, and they finally made enough that I was able to close out a big giant chunk of that US dollar Canadian dollar trade. So I took two micro lots. I closed out two micro lots of that trade, which was a total of negative $102. And it hurt deep down inside, but it was also very exciting because it freed up a whole bunch of margin, and I was able to add another currency pair to the mix, which means, more profit a little bit faster. Now, that took us all the way down to like 1,000. Like the original account size was 1,000. So we never dropped below that, which is fantastic. And I would not recommend dropping down below your account balance if you can help it. However, we got down to about $1,007 or something like that. And that was on October 4th, which was last Wednesday. Since last Wednesday, we made, $1.28, $1.37, $1.34, $1.40. So we made back some of that and brought back, $1.30. That's $2.60, $3.90, $5, about $5.40. Which doesn't seem like much, but on a $1,000 trading account where we're just trying to build back up some of the profit that we lost with this stupid US dollar Canadian dollar trade, we're back up to $1,013. So we are still over our original account balance. Now, another thing that happened last Wednesday, which was really cool, is that my own personal live trading account finally got the deposit from Awanda. Man, it takes a long time if you do it by bank. So don't do it by bank. Do it by debit card or something. That was just a really long time. Anyways, let's take a look at some of these trades that were placed since Wednesday. I put a bunch of the robots on these charts late Wednesday night. So let's see here. What do we got? I want to take a look at all these trades together. Let's see. On the Euro US dollar, which is where we're at right now, I'm running the Insanity robot, which is a lot of fun, and I'm running it on the 15-minute chart because it places a ton of trades, and I just prefer to stay somewhat safe, but it's doing pretty well. It made $1.57, and then again it made, there we go, it made $1.75, something like that. Yeah, $1.85, $1.88, something like that. Anyways, so we had two good trades on the Euro US dollar, two good trade sets. This was a good trade, and then this was a good trade set. Anyways, let's move on to the British pound New Zealand dollar, where we had, let's turn off that auto thingy. There we go. Okay. We had a couple of good trades on the British pound New Zealand dollar. You can see with the moving average divergence trader robot, we had a buy trade that immediately took profit. This is on a 5-minute chart, so I mean, this was just a matter of a couple of hours or so, not that much. Anyways, then we had another good trade which stayed open a little bit longer. It stayed open from October 5th at 7 o'clock to October 6th at 7 a.m. It stayed open about 12 hours, and it made, let's see, British pound, New Zealand dollar. It made $1.38, and the first trade had made $1.36. Now, why am I trading such small trade sizes? It's a $5,000 account, and yet I am trading the same lot sizes as this $1,000 trading account. Well, the answer is really simple. I prefer to add currency pairs as opposed to adding trade sizes or making larger trade sizes. If you add more currency pairs, you're spreading the risk out across a larger portfolio, and it decreases the chance that you'll get stuck in a bad trade on one currency pair and not be able to make any profit on the others. So if I were only running let's say the Insanity robot, and they had big trade sizes to try and make as much on each of these as possible, sure, I probably would have made, I don't know, I have no idea. This was, what, a dollar something. What was I looking at? Oh, yeah, $1.57. So let's say I had used a trade size of 0.1 instead of 0.01, so 10 times. Sure, I would have made $15 on this one, and then another $15 over here, but I wouldn't be able to have as many trades or as many currency pairs running the robots at the same time, which means if the euro US dollar got locked into a bad trade, then I'd just be stuck, and I wouldn't be making money in the meantime, which is exactly how I was able to get out of these US dollar Canadian dollar trades. I've been running the robots for a month and a half to get enough profit to close out part of it. If these trades were too much larger, I wouldn't have been able to run the robots at all, and then I wouldn't have been making profit. I would have just had to sit there and stare at these US dollar Canadian dollar trades for a while, and it would have hurt even worse than closing out a portion of this and using profits to do it. Okay, let's see. So without going through every single currency pair, let's see, I'm in a sell trade right now that opened up right before the weekend on the Australian dollar, US dollar. Had a couple of good trades on the euro, Australian dollar, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. I actually took a whole bunch of good trades. Wow, that's cool. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar had a really nice sell trade, and then another really nice sell trade, and then a nice buy trade, a nice sell trade, a nice buy trade, a nice buy trade, and now we're in a sell trade right now, which actually looks pretty good. Pound yen, normally I wouldn't even recommend trading the pound yen, but the moving average divergence robot actually does a pretty good job at trading yen pairs. As long as you're not trying to make a whole bunch of money each trade, which we're not, we're staying pretty conservative. And as long as you use some settings that will get you in and get you out really quickly, which I do. The euro New Zealand dollar is in a couple of sell trades right now, which they look worse than they are. The euro New Zealand dollar trades that we're in right now, I've got negative $12.90, negative $14.20. And all it really needs to do is just turn back around and come down just a little bit. Now, what happens if it continues to go up and up and up and up? Well, I would probably just sit there and wait for it. These trade sizes are so small, it would take a long time for it to get far enough for me to actually feel a little bit threatened about my account. But regardless, eventually I might consider placing a third trade on this currency pair with a trade size a little bit bigger than these two. But that's going to be a long time before I'm desperate enough to do that. So for right now, I'm just going to leave these alone. And then the Australian dollar, Japanese yen. That actually took several good trades too. We had a sell trade, a buy trade, and then a sell trade. And then I'm in a buy trade right now, which is just kind of sitting there. It's not really doing anything. It's just hanging out. Anyways, that is the trade update for the week of October, 2nd? October 2nd through October 6th. It was a whole lot of fun. It was an interesting week, and I hope you had a lot of fun in your trading as well. And in case you have not watched some of the other videos, there are videos about a couple of trading principles, trade management principles that I use in some of my robots, called the Doom principle for maximizing the amount of profit you get for each trade, and also the PAR principle, which is designed to get you out of trades quickly rather than just waiting around. I usually end up just waiting around personally, but The PAR principle is for anyone who really doesn't like waiting around. And both of those training videos are free, and they are on my website. And let me bring up the link for that. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Let's just do it this way. All right. We are going to say HTTPS train mt4.mykajabi.com. There. Oh, wow. That's really terrible. I always do this. I always just try to get it up there quickly, and I end up making a really bad looking piece of text. There we go. That is so much better. All right. Have a great week with your own trading. And if you're interested in watching those videos, head on over to my website, which I will highly likely be posting this same link somewhere around this video. Just look around and you'll find it. Anyways, that's all for now. Bye for now, everyone. Thank you.